Hey guys, welcome back to Read With Me, LG. I've got another Christmas story for you today, and some of you may recognize this story. This is The Nutcracker, but this is Jan Brett, her version. And so she did the art for this, and it's one of my favorite stories for Christmas time. And I also love Jan Brett, of course, so I love her artwork. So we're going to jump right in and see what we have here, okay? All right. And she did dedicate this basically to everyone, all the things to do with the story. But she said to every young candy cane, Polish mouse, toy soldier, party guest, Christmas angel, and dancer who has lived the Nutcracker through their dancing. All right, this is the Nutcracker. Sounds like Christmas, smells like Christmas. It is Christmas, Marie laughed. Thumps and bumps and jingling bells. I'm ready, whooped her brother Fritz. So here they are, and they're about to go into the little Christmas party room. The doors opened into a magical Christmas party, but Marie never could have guessed how magical. Not far away, Uncle Drosselmeyer was gathering the curious creations he had fashioned for Christmas Eve. So Uncle Drosselmeyer's getting everything ready. Uncle Drosselmeyer wheeled in the mysterious boxes. Inside were a trickster and two harlequins. With a turn of his key, a whir-whir, and a hum-hum-hum, they danced. The figures were so lifelike, everyone wanted to join the fun and dance along. But Marie was enthralled by the Nutcracker her uncle had placed under the tree. He looks like a real boy, she mused, who has traveled from a place far away. So there's everyone with the two trickster and the two harlequin dancers. And then there's Marie looking at her beloved Nutcracker. She thinks that Nutcracker is pretty cool. The partygoers danced the grand march and the quadrille and applauded the beautiful music. Uncle Drosselmeyer arrived at Marie's side. He placed a hazelnut in the Nutcracker's mouth. Crack! Out came a perfect nut. Marie beamed. What a surprising fellow he is, she thought. So everyone's having a great time. There's Uncle Drosselmeyer showing Marie the Nutcracker. It was late when Marie's mother pleaded with her to say goodnight to the guests, but Marie would not leave the Nutcracker. Fritz, wanting to see how he worked, had broken the Nutcracker, and Marie was helping get him better. When the house was silent, Marie lay awake in her bed. I better check on the Nutcracker, she thought. She tiptoed past Uncle's old carved clock with the watchful owl on top. So there she is at the end of the party. Mom says it's time to go, but Marie was sad to leave her little Nutcracker. And then she's walking down to check on him just before midnight. In the eerie light, Marie felt odd. As the clock chimed 12, she seemed to be getting smaller, or everything around her was growing bigger. Strange sounds were coming from inside the walls. Scritchy, scratchy, squeak, scritchy, scratchy, squeak. Then Marie saw a mouse as bold as brass who wore a glittery crown. So there is the Rat King. And there is Marie. Does she look surprised? Yep. Slowly, the old gilded cabinet holding Uncle's wonderful gifts from times past creaked open. The figures inside moved as if waking up, and Marie heard the sounds of mice gathering at her back. Fritz's toy soldiers were mustering forces. Then a strong, clear voice called, "We will not stand for any mouse invasion or their wicked king." It was the Nutcracker, now a boy on his feet and on the move. So there is everyone waking up. It was a ferocious battle. The Nutcracker jumped into the thick of it. Crack! The soldiers marched and the mice pounced. Then the Mouse King leaped upon the Nutcracker. Brave Marie reached for her slipper, took exacting aim and toppled the wicked Mouse King in one blow. The Nutcracker was saved. So there's the Mouse King attacking the boy, and then there is Marie hitting him with her shoe. So she saved him. The battle was won, and the wicked Mouse King was vanquished. The soldiers formed a hero's arch for Marie and the Nutcracker. At the end of the arch, Marie whispered, "What is this?" For inside the cabinet, the door to the gingerbread house was open. A sleigh was waiting for them, and Marie and the Nutcracker stepped in. A wintry figure beckoned them forward as she danced among the snowflakes. So there they are, leading them out, and there they are getting into a sleigh, and there is the wintry figure through here that we're about to see next. The sleigh glided through a dreamland of icicles until they heard lively music, molto vivace, dancing. Dancing bears performed the Russian trepak. All thoughts of the battle and the Mouse King disappeared as the music reached their ears, then their hearts, and down to their very toes. They leaped higher and higher until the one with a twinkle in his eye lifted Marie skyward before gently placing her into the sleigh. So beautiful dancing creatures. And there the one is at the end, lifting her up and then putting her back in the sleigh. Next, they were gliding through a birch copse. The wintry lady escorted them to a sparkling clearing where two elegant foxes performed the dance arebe, their foxtails intertwining. Marie, standing on her toes, imagined the handsome fox spinning her as part of the dance. When the foxes bowed toward the lady and the Nutcracker applauded, Marie exclaimed, "She must be the princess of this snowy land." So there they are, doing their beautiful dance. There's Marie and the Nutcracker watching. As the sleigh followed the Snow Princess, the treetops suddenly exploded. A large creature careened through them, sprinkling the woodland with dazzling snow crystals. The dragon's breath was harumping out in song. Humph, 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 humph. With great fanfare, two flying squirrels leaped off its back and invited Marie and the Nutcracker for a cup of tea from their samovar. So this is the beautiful scene with the dragon. And there they are, the flying squirrels offering them tea. And it looks like some yummy donuts too. As the sky grew the color of a sugar plum and the snow became many shades of blue, hundreds of tiny flames appeared and lanterns illuminated the path. Antlered friends playing flutes led them toward a gingerbread house. The Nutcracker smiled at Marie, his eyes happy and sad at the same time, like the music. "Are we heading back home already?" asked Marie. "Not quite yet," whispered the Snow Princess. There are their antlered friends leading the way. And look at their beautiful little flames on their antlers. They're singing and dancing and leading the way. They peeked through the gingerbread windows at bouquets of spring flowers swooping and twirling to a waltz. But they also saw bustling prickles. "I thought hedgehogs slept through the winter," Marie laughed. "You just have to find their gingerbread palace to see them," answered the Nutcracker. The Snow Princess smiled. "We have an even bigger treat ready for you." So there are the dancing hedgehogs. I wonder what the even bigger treat could be. The gingerbread doors opened. The animal orchestra performed the Waltz of the Flowers. Candy cane elves and fairies danced for the Nutcracker to celebrate his bravery and standing up to the wicked mice. Mother Ginger and her chicks thanked Marie for throwing the slipper that changed the course of the battle. The Celesta's twinkling notes and the whirling dancing made Marie's imagination take flight for what seemed like hours. As her eyelids and the Nutcracker's grew heavy, the door to the old cabinet creaked open and beckoned them back to Marie's home. So here's the final Waltz of the Flowers. The next day, Marie was happy to wake up to her mother's loving face and Fritz's mischievous smile. Her Nutcracker was by her side, and almost everything was as before. But from that day forward, even when she was grown, if she heard the notes of the Celesta, she felt she and the Nutcracker were back in the land of the Snow Princess once more. There's Marie and her beloved Nutcracker. So this was Jan Brett's version of the Nutcracker. Some of you may know it. It's a very famous story in ballet, but I love her illustrations. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time on Read With Me, LG. Bye, guys.